back to another episode of the Sister Talk podcast. I'm your host, Gold Chain Diva, and this is my sister,
Miss Beatty, and y'all already know that's what it is.
And we're just two sisters with a lot to talk about, and we always got a lot to talk about.
You already know we do.
Always. So what's been up, sis? We couple days away from Christmas.
First of all, yeah.
Couple days away from the New Year.
Not ready.
What's been up? What's going on?
Honestly, I feel like a couple of hours before I came over here, I said life is lifing.
Mm-hmm.
But life is lifing in a good way.
Hey,
and
we don't get to hear that often, so that's a good thing.
Yes, I'm excited for 2024. Still in the process of closing for a home, working a second job, working my full-time job, just
Adulting.
So what about you, sis?
Girl, listen. It ain't much going on in my life right now, you know. I'm just chilling, you know, trying to go into 2024 with a level head, you know, with a good mental space. Because the end of 2023 almost took me out of the game.
Not just.
No, seriously, because I'm serious. Because I went through about 3 months of time where I just was not feeling like myself.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to be around people, and you know that's different from me because I'm a people person.
Yeah.
Like I did not feel like being around anybody, like entertaining a soul. So I'm just now getting back to where I'm like, okay, I'm okay with being around people, and I'm actually enjoying being around people.
Yeah.
My mental space is better. You know, I've been painting a lot more.
If you were gonna bring it up, I was gonna bring it up. I was gonna say you're painting somebody new.
I am painting somebody new.
So.
And some of the guests that I got for who it was like before. I was cracking up because it was so funny to me. It was so, I didn't take no offense to it at all because I saw it. I was like, okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't enough to really be like, okay, I can tell who it is. Now,
yeah,
you can kind of tell who it is.
Right.
You know, kinda, even still. Because it don't have no facial features, no nothing else. But I was cracking up off of some of the guests. But yeah, I've just been painting, you know, trying to keep my peace. You know,
peaceful vibes.
You know, trying to prepare for some adults. How do I say?
Because I feel like I already know
you know what I mean.
Yeah. We had a moment.
You know,
I said,
I would say I'm preparing for a breakthrough. That's the way we'll put that. I'm preparing for a breakthrough. I've been in therapy for the past couple of months.
Yeah.
And I'm preparing for a breakthrough. I'm preparing to stand on business.
Listen.
In 2024.
Stand on business,
okay.
Y'all. Listen. So.
Well, it's time to spill the tea.
Spill the tea, y'all. Spill the tea.
So, the first thing we got on Spill the Tea is just an update. We talked about this story, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago, where there was an older gentleman named Kenneth Herring who was the age of 62, who was unalived by Hannah Payne, who was 25, a white female who basically apprehended him after a hit-and-run situation.
Karen.
Yeah, basically, a Karen that was Karening.
Yes.
Yeah, and took it upon herself to say that she was doing a citizen's arrest as the police already told her not to follow him. And basically, she pursued him. They got into a tussle. She killed him. Thought she was going to get away with it. Negative. Negative. They slapped the book at her behind and charged her tremendously.
Well, can't say sis didn't deserve it.
Oh, she definitely deserved it.
Watching the little clip, like snippet that they had of her, like realizing that she not only got time, but that she got time. And I say it twice because it had to sink in. Like I just did something that I thought was a hero act, and now look at you. Like,
listen, because when you sent that to me,
yeah, so irritating.
I was just like, oh, now you want to cry, you meatball.
Listen, a super meatball.
Don't cry.
Yeah, definitely.
Stand on business.
Absolutely. You said that you were trying to stop him and stick to that story because now you're going to jail.
Now you're going to jail, sis. So she was sentenced to a life in prison with the possibility of parole plus 8 and 5 years to be served consecutively. So sis will be in jail
for at least.
For a while.
Yeah.
For a while. And she deserves to be there. Yep. They charged her with a felony of murder, malice murder, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and 3 charges of weapons possession during a crime.
So, with that being said, what does that teach y'all to stop doing?
Minding other people's business, perhaps?
Thank you. That's
Look,
the right
let
answer.
the authorities,
Ding, ding, ding.
Look, let the authorities be the authorities. How about that?
And y'all mind your businesses.
Mind your business.
Please.
Listen, mind the business that pay you. I've been saying it for the last 2 years. Mind the business that pay you.
Good Lord.
Or else you're going to end up like Hannah Payne.
Crying.
Yep. But God rest his soul.
Yes.
Kenneth Herring, he has justice for his murder.
Mm.
Yep.
I'm happy about it.
Me too.
All that chair swinging.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got a happy ending.
Listen, we got, but even in that case, we didn't even really talk about that case either. The Montgomery Ball, bro.
Yeah.
Unc with the chair, he got because that's what his name is. I don't know what his real name is.
Listen, Unc with the chair.
Unc with the chair didn't get no charges, so I guess we got a couple wins.
I would have loved to see how that went over in court. Like them, okay, what is the object that they used in this? And they're holding up a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was just to me that was just
Exhibit A.
Yeah. Exactly. So, oh my gosh, that's funny.
Funny down.
Funny.
But yeah, so we mentioned that Christmas is coming up soon, and there is a popular remake in the works that will be coming out soon. Color Purple.
Yes, Color Purple. It's funny because I feel like you would be like, Shataya. And you already know what I'm about to say.
What?
I didn't see The Color Purple. I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I want to say my early 20s. Like I actually sat down and watched it.
That's not, I'm going to tell you, that's not surprising.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why it's not surprising. Respectfully, it's not surprising.
Okay.
Because you didn't know a lot of stuff about, I feel like, black culture for a very long time, though, just because of how you were raised.
Yes. It's very true.
Because you didn't know what a weave was really until you took my weave out when we were like 19.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I knew what a weave was.
I didn't know how to take it out.
I didn't know how to take it out, and I wasn't allowed to get them.
Okay.
My mom said no, but we were out of high school then. But during high school, I was not allowed to get a weave.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, well, I guess I was allowed because I guess I was allowed. But
listen,
I don't think I ever really had weaves in high school though. I didn't start getting weaves until after we graduated.
So neither did I. But listen, just a story time, real quick. So the first time I ever got a weave in high school was our prom. And my hairdresser did like this. I called an old lady hump.
I remember that.
Okay, that had weave in it. It was my hair, but my mom allowed her to glue in some weave, and I was really excited about it. So I'm not gonna lie, I was like, yeah, probably can get some weave.
Listen, but we're not gonna let you off the hook for the fact that you ain't see The Color Purple until what you say?
Yes.
After high school?
So in my early 20s.
Okay.
I actually got to sit down and watch it.
So what were your thoughts of the first one before we jump into the new news?
First of all, to see Whoopi Goldberg in that light, I was just like, oh, that's different. Because I think of Whoopi Goldberg and I think of Sister Act.
Okay.
And seeing her in that light, I was just like, oh, this is kind of different. And then Oprah, I was just kind of like, you ever just stare at somebody and be like, man, they look totally different from when the last time you see.
No, she definitely looked different in that movie.
And listen, ever since I seen All My Life I Had to Fight,
I love Hoppo,
but I kill him dead before I let him beat me. Listen, I couldn't get that out of my head.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I really did enjoy that first, the first Color Purple. So it was kind of cool to see how they kind of revamped it. Miss Fantasia is in it. First of all, my mom put me on to Fantasia from American Idol, and then from after that, I love Fantasia. So I was like, I think she can sing. I was like, that's great. You know what I mean? And then Taraji P. I love Taraji P.
Because I feel like it was nobody that could play that role better than her.
Yeah.
Like, who else would you have got for Suge?
Yeah. Because I feel like Suge was a very meaningful character.
Absolutely.
Like, I just feel like
she was instrumental.
You ugly. Like, I just feel like
is
ugly. Like, I don't know. I really enjoyed her character, and as well. But
then we got Haley Bailey in there.
Yeah.
We got Danielle Brooks from Orange is the New Black. Like, it's just a star-studded event. And we did share the trailer with them.
Yeah.
When we first heard about it.
Yes,
so I'm excited about it too. It's crazy because It does come out on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin who works at a movie theater was saying there's over 600 people that are planning to be there on that day. So it's crazy that people are actually like
wanting to
go on Christmas Day. But yes, this movie, I mean, I'm definitely, I'm like Taraji P. Henson, where I'm like, why are we remaking Color Purple just a little bit? Because she said that. She did say it.
Yeah, I believe it. Cause
she did say it.
I mean, to be totally honest, Sis has been, in the spotlight a little bit because she spoke out on the fact that she feels like she's underpaid. And she didn't say...
Get your butt down. Get out.
Now, Gotti, you're acting up.
I told you you're acting up. You cruising for another pop.
Listen.
Look at him. Look how you look at him.
And I can't save you. So just get down.
Anyway, that's my child, y'all. I don't got no choice but to stick by him.
Yeah, listen. Anyway, so what was I saying?
You done took us off our track, Gotti.
Damn.
We was talking about her speaking up and being more vocal about not getting paid enough in the industry.
Yeah, so the fact that she's not getting paid enough in the industry, and I feel like if anybody else would have said this, who I truly didn't think deserved to say it, I would be like, okay, girl.
But Taraji, come on.
Listen, that's what I'm saying.
I know we all know Taraji for
Baby Boy.
Baby Boy.
Absolutely. That's an iconic role that she played.
You beat me.
Listen.
You said you would never put your hands on me, Jody.
Listen.
I
hate you, Jody.
Okay.
I hate you. And everybody
That's just the most pivotal, but that was the beginning, okay?
Absolutely.
Since then we've had movies like Hidden Figures. Since then we've had Empire.
Yes.
Since then we've had Proud Mary, Acrimony. I mean, the list goes on. I'm not even going to try to list every movie that she's been a part of.
Exactly.
But I mean, she's absolutely A-list.
Yeah.
She has proved herself in this industry.
Yeah.
And I agree with you.
Yes.
If it was anybody else saying it, I would be like, alright. But no, like
she deserves
it.
She deserves to say that. And even with all of that being said and her frustration and feeling like she needed to be the one to speak up, because she feels like she's paving the way for Fantasia. You know what I mean? Meaning like she shouldn't accept anything less. Like she wants to show black women that you should be getting paid what you deserve to get paid. Especially when you're so seasoned like she is. I don't know. I just really, really felt she was graceful by how she said it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can tell that she wasn't like trying to be malicious. Like it really, like I don't even think that she would have said anything if it wasn't for them asking her a question that prompted her to like a tear-jerking emotion.
Absolutely.
To be able to say, "Oh my God, like I've been working so hard and I got to keep fighting and fighting and fighting over and over and over again." And the crazy thing to me is, she said that she almost didn't even do Color Purple, and that's crazy. Because that already tells you right there, Oprah had a big part in not paying that girl what she's worth.
Listen, so
let's put it on the table.
Since you bring up Mopra, I don't know why I say it like that. Oprah, you know what I mean? That kind of leads me to my next thing that I'm going to say. So, it was on TikTok, and they must be doing a press hearing or a picture, photo, whatever they were doing. These two are in the same vicinity, and it's a little shade being thrown. And it's not shade being thrown from Taraji.
Listen,
it's Oprah.
Because you know how they say, if a person is bothered by your presence, they're the problem. And Oprah was clearly bothered by her presence.
Clearly bothered by her presence, to the point where she walked over to her, didn't even really want to stand next to her,
and Taraji's clearly unbothered.
Yeah.
She's standing like this.
Right.
And Oprah like...
Yeah, weird energy.
Weird energy.
For
and
her,
then had the nerve. At first it was Taraji and Oprah together. Then the other cast members started filling in.
Yes.
This lady was so bothered that she stepped out of her spot and went to the end of the line, so she didn't even have to be.
It's giving Oprah needs to grow up for me.
It's giving... Maybe, listen, normally we say that people need to be scared of Oprah, but
Yeah.
it's giving you're scared of Taraji.
Absolutely. Her presence it puts a fear in your heart.
Yeah.
And that's nobody's problem
But
except for Oprah. So
Yeah.
I'm just really disappointed because I never had no beef with Oprah. Never. But now seeing
I always did. And the
Wow.
reason why I did is because, so you know that they said, and I'm going to bring this up because it's relevant.
Yes.
They said that Oprah had something to do with Monique being blackballed in Hollywood. And now they're even
I heard
bringing up
that.
the fact that, okay, Taraji said it, but when Monique was saying it some years ago, that she was fighting for this, because Monique said that. That's why she said she didn't accept certain payment that Netflix was trying to give her because they were trying to ball them on the specials.
Well, bringing up the lowballing Monique part about it, Taraji P comes out with a status, I want to say. Yes, she does. And she kind of thanked Oprah. And a lot of people, I was reading the comments, a lot of people are like, no, Taraji, stick to your your guns. Like, we got you. She's not gonna blackball you. Like, that actually came up.
Mm-hmm.
I have it right in front of me. I don't know if you want me to read it, but
You can read it.
yeah, she definitely made a post. It says, "It is so important for Black women and all women of color to support each other. It is also imperative to have women of color in decision-making positions across all industries." Excuse me, y'all. Thank you for responding to my message with the compassion and understanding and the support that I've received. With that being said, Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all of the cast of The Color of Purple. She has provided encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support to us all. She told me personally to reach out to her for anything I needed, and I did. It took one call, one conversation, and one decision-making Black woman to make me feel heard. Thank you, Miss Oprah, for all that you do.
Well, I can definitely see where the people be like, okay, stand on your money, like stand on your guns, like stand on business. But at the same time, she said what she said, and Oprah responded, and it wasn't much of a back and forth. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, we can feel away, but think about it in layman's terms. Think about it in our day-to-day experience. These corporate jobs, they're going to lowball you.
Right.
Because they're going to see if you know your worth. Because if they can get you to settle for that, the minimum that they're willing to pay, that's what they're going to do.
Right.
But if you know your worth and you speak up about it, you can negotiate, you can bargain. So I think that, you know, the fact that she knows her worth, she brought it to Oprah, and Oprah received it and then give her no issues about it, I guess we can, you know, we can live to see another day.
Right.
We can live to see another day.
I agree.
And so, you know, it's just crazy because, you know, the actors just got back off a strike. They were on strike for a very long time. And then you also have her counterpart, Terrence Howard, talking about how he didn't get paid his worth from Hustle and Flow. He didn't get paid what he was worth on Empire. He's currently in the middle of a situation right now too. So it really is a problem in Hollywood, and we knew this for a long time, that our Black actors and our Black actresses were not getting paid as much as the counterpart. I guess it's irrelevant into the acting world. We have a famous actor named Christian Keys. A lot of people may know him from early on from Tyler Perry's play Madea Goes to Jail.
Yes.
He was the sexy light-skinned one. And when she was like, "It's two of them," he was the light-skinned one. Okay, that's my first memory of Christian Keys. But people today may know him more popularly for All the Queen's Men, because he was the one who actually wrote the book that is actually based off of.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay. So he's been in the game for a very long time now. He's currently in his own case right now, basically speaking up, saying that he was sexually, you know, assaulted or whatever the case may be. And that has grown in speculation. Like, a lot of people are trying to figure out who the person is that he's talking about, because he doesn't directly say who it is, but he says, if I said the name, you would know who it is. Like, it's a well-known person. And basically he just shared a little bit about his story online, saying that whoever this person was came to his home or whatever. He said he recorded it because he had an iffy feeling about it in the first place. And they basically said, I mean, I don't need to touch on you or nothing, but I would like to see you naked, pretty much. And yeah. And he said that basically impacted him so much that he almost even quit acting.
My thing is, if he was to ever, you scared me, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, if he was to ever come out and say who it was, first off, what is the difference? And maybe I'm taking a long stretch here. What is the difference between what R. Kelly did to them girls, peeing on them and all that extra stuff that he did, from what this person has done to him? Does it make it different because they were young, I get it, underage women, and he is like a man? You know, what is the, like, I just feel like, I don't know, it's teeter-totter in the line for me, because it's like, I legitimately, when I was watching that, I was just like, whoever that is, no matter if it's a well-known name or not, they need to do time, they need to go to jail.
Well,
like, that's not okay.
I don't think that the person won't get repercussion. I think that he's just, so to speak, protecting the image. So it's still going to court, and I still believe justice will be done, hopefully. Because I feel that there's nothing different than R. Kelly in his situation. And he's absolutely a part of the Me Too movement, because Hollywood, like, we know that this happens in Hollywood. And so a lot of it is actually happening more often now, where people are being exposed for this. And so I feel that, you know, nothing is different about it. But the thing about it is, we also know in Hollywood, it depends on who you are, how much money you have, and who you know. So if this person is that big, he may be an untouchable. Whereas he may have enough money to open, close, and have, you know, settle for undisclosed amount.
That is such a scary, I can only imagine how he feels if that was like, that's a scary, you can't. When you just said that, that gave me a little chill, because what do you do?
Well, I just say it's good that he at least had the courage to pursue it, and hopefully he gets some type of, you know, healing from, you know, or closure from this situation, and let's just put the names on the table.
Because
the internet is speculating. The two names that is on the table at the moment is Mr. Tyler Perry and T.D. Jakes, who they're calling a power bottom at the moment. Yeah.
First of all, I hope it's not TP. I like TP.
This is my thing. The reason why I personally don't think it's TP. Because when I first heard that, people were like, oh, it's Tyler Perry, da da da. I don't think it's Tyler Perry. And the reason why I don't is because All of the Queen's Men is a Tyler Perry show. So he's currently working in great capacity with this man. If he was that much intimidated by this person, he would have never signed that deal. Like, because Christian Keys, he hits me as a person who stands on business. So I don't believe that he would have sold out for any amount of money. He would have went to somebody else to get them to produce whatever it was. So I don't believe that. Now, everything that's coming out about T.D. Jakes at the moment, because he's at the Diddy's parties.
Listen, there's a song from T.D. Jakes that I'm going to have you listen to.
I think you played it for me before.
He found herself. I don't know the words, excuse me. She found her lover for life.
It was that love song that you played for me. I remember.
Together. Like, listening to that song, I love all of that besides the part that he talks. It's creepy to me.
I remember you playing that song to me, and it was eerie.
He's a creepy man. And like, that's how he sounds. Like, it's just creepy. I don't know. It's creepy. So I wouldn't be shocked if it was him.
They're calling that man a power bottom, saying that they put, like, he's enlisted in the lawsuits alongside Diddy. Like, proof that he was
going to Diddy's parties, freak jokes or whatever, the freak parties.
So I got my money on T.D. Jakes.
I'm not gonna lie, I have to.
But like I said though, if it is T.D. Jakes, there will not be no justice served, because his family is, I mean, they plugged in. I don't believe it's going to be no justice served. I don't think they're going to be able to hold him accountable, throw the book at him, nothing. I think they're going to weasel their way out of it. Unfortunate.
Poor Christian Keys.
Yes. Poor Christian Keys.
I hope that he's with one and having peaceful vibes and praying, because that's a lot to deal with, especially in his field that he's working with. And you know, I just
And then, you know, not to even mention that he has to deal with the backlash from being a male that comes out saying that he was sexually assaulted. And then the people who are insensitive to that and don't understand that men can
gay.
be yeah
He's gay. He's
yeah
gay.
like you don't understand that men can be sexually assaulted too, even by men.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a woman, but it can be a woman.
Yeah.
Men can be sexually assaulted too, and it needs to be taken seriously.
Absolutely.
So more power to this man. Hopefully there is justice coming in Hollywood, because there's so many people in the hot seat right now.
Yeah, it's really, listen, they're trying, what did I just say to you before we started taping? They're trying to get everything that they need to get in before 2024.
And I believe you, sis.
So,
I believe you, because that's what it's starting to feel like. Well, on to the next foolery.
Yes.
Listen, the foolery. The foolery.
Yes.
This whole thing sent me down a rabbit hole.
Oh, I
and
can
I'm going to tell you
imagine.
why it sent me through a rabbit hole. As always, TikTok puts me on to some stuff. So TikTok is the reason why I came across this flyer of a bad versus wild, light skin versus dark skin, Zeus sponsored fight that they were supposed, or like I don't know if it was necessarily a fight, but they were supposed, I guess it was supposed to be like Wild and Out style, where they were supposed to go back and forth with each other, or whatever the case may be. But the owner of Zeus Network, Lemuel, whatever his name is, Lemuel.
Yeah.
Lemuel. Lemuel posted it on his page, and basically he's in partnership with Nick Cannon on this event, and Nick Cannon has co-signed like Zeus down, okay? You know, talking about, oh, we're gonna do all these great things, da 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 da. And then so many people are just like totally against Zeus because of what it promotes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But said all that to say that this flyer, people didn't like it. Because people felt like in 2023 it's perpetuating colorism.
It is. It is. It is. Listen, first of all, let me say this. I'm irritated because I feel like they're trying to separate, and I want to cuss.
Yes.
Our fucking culture. Like, it's annoying. We are all fucking black. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, at the end of the day, I hate when somebody comes up to me and is like, oh, like, what are you? I'm black. I'm black. Both my parents is black. Like, they're black. Like, the black outweighs the white shit. Like, And I think what's...
But for those who don't know...
Oh, shit, what?
No. Okay. No. It's not nothing deep. It's just based off of what you just said.
Okay.
Because I think we talk a lot about race.
Yeah.
And so you're mixed.
Yeah, I'm biracial, but nobody in my family is like...
I only brought that up really because I just wondered how that feels to be biracial. But because we always take such a harsh stance on certain topics.
Right.
Like how, I mean, does that ever affect you? Like being that it is in you though?
That's a good question. I mean... What do you mean? Like exactly.
I mean, like, okay, so, and correct me if I'm wrong. We've been friends for a while, but I could, be mixing up the details.
Okay.
But your mom is 50-50.
Yeah, but, yeah.
And your dad is 50-50.
Yeah.
So that makes you 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why I asked that is, like, so you have lineage, even though, like, nobody that, I guess, you know directly or associate with on a regular basis directly is white, but it is a part of you though. And so even though in this culture we're forced to accept the black because, like you just said, the black outweighs the other side.
Yeah.
But it still is a part of you though.
It is, but I don't know. So first of all, I feel like I'm ignorant to my actual like background. Like I would love to dig into that because I don't truly know, and it is a little bit confusing, I'm not gonna lie to you, because I'm biracial, my mom's biracial, my dad's biracial, shit, my grandma was biracial, like my great grandmom was Indian, and they said her mom was white. So it's just like confusing, right? Because my great grandmother had beautiful chocolate skin like you. So it's just like I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's just very.
I guess it just gives us food for thought. But I just always wonder, like, because we talk a lot about race.
Yeah.
So I just wondered because, like, you know, obviously you identify as a black woman.
I do.
You know, I mean, I would say, and I wouldn't say not even you identify as a biracial because you never said I'm biracial.
No,
you just always
I just
have a
say
black woman.
I'm black.
So I identify as a black woman. So I just wondered how that made you feel because you share a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But I do feel that, you know, like you said, they're trying to create a divide in our communities.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think Zeus just does a great, I would say, a great bad job of, like, how they portray black people.
Yeah.
And black culture.
Right.
Because literally every show that they have on the air is highly violent, hypersexual.
Listen.
I mean,
super hypersexual. I was tuning in a little bit, guilty pleasure, y'all. Jocelyn's Cabaret, okay? And I was tuning in to the season that has Lexi Below, which is from York. So I was tuning into that season and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, there was this scene that Jocelyn and her husband are in the tub. She walks in, I'm like, oh, they're just gonna get in the tub with, you know, him having shorts on and her having a bathing suit.
No, they was bucket naked.
When I say boo, seem cool, I said, oh!
Listen.
I looked at Cam. Cam looked at me. She said, "Yeah, Tay, that's for real." I felt like an old woman. Like, oh my god.
But Zeus, like, I'll never forget because Zeus is the network. Like early on, even with the baddie season, they gotten better with, you know, censoring out the boobs and stuff like that when they fighting. But early on in the baddie season, titties was everywhere.
Yeah, Jocelyn was naked. She was naked on multiple occasions. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but in a tub, she skinny dipped and showed everything.
It's just definitely inappropriate. It's inappropriate. But we said all that to say, like, light skin versus dark skin should have never been the move.
Yeah, I don't feel like it should have been.
And then they started talking. Then Nick Cannon was like, "Oh, because he went on a whole interview where he was like, oh, well, we could do natural versus BBLs." So basically, what they're doing is they're playing on the stereotypes of our people and objectifying these people and making $1 out of them. And it's unfortunate that these young ladies have to be victim to them trying to make an extra $1. And that's what it boils down to. But nonetheless, that flyer came out. He pulled it down after receiving backlash. And then when they came back out with like such a profound message. And now you're looking at them like, now I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Like, now I don't believe you because why wasn't this that initially? Because if it was that initially, I would have been okay with it.
So it went from that to what? Like,
girl, I don't even have the post in front of me, but it was like, well, we're gonna work for diversity and equality and equity and da 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 da, like corporate shit.
But still, that's funny.
The tone was totally different.
Yeah.
So when you go from that to this, you're looking like that was damage control. That was your publicist stepping in saying, "Oh, let me get in front of this."
Oh my gosh.
But I digress.
Yes.
Terrible moves, Zeus. Terrible.
Yeah, I just don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like, honestly, yeah, I'm not probably gonna tune in at all. Like,
well, I mean, it already happened apparently.
Oh, it did?
Because the date on the flyer was like December the 7th or something like that. So I mean, it already happened, whatever it was,
so
unless they pushed it back.
I might have to see what is. Oh God.
All I can say is, I probably won't tune in, not even just off the strength of that, but I probably won't tune in because if it's set up like Wild 'N Out where they'll basically like crack jokes back and forth for each other and stuff like that, none of them girls are funny.
Yeah, and that's gonna get a little messy.
Yeah.
Gosh.
None of them girls are funny. They're gonna be corny as hell. Like, I don't. Yeah. Missed the mark on that for me.
Yeah. I'm not too thrilled about that, y'all.
Well, just like that.
Yeah.
It's time for conspiracy. So,
we got something that we both tuned into. It took me a little bit to tune into it. I kept falling asleep.
Listen, it took you and a whole bunch of other people a long time.
Yeah, to tune into. Leave the World Behind.
Popular movie on Netflix right now.
Very popular. The Obamas produced it, which I think is amazing, and a little bit scary, which is why it's on conspiracy talk. Just the whole movie was just like, man, this could really happen. This could from them shutting off our satellites, from chemical warfare, where they're sound technology, and people start getting sick and people start turning against each other. The whole movie was real.
Girl, listen, you talking about them sound waves. That's one of my worst fears, is that my teeth will start falling out of my face.
Listen, and they made that part look so real.
I was cringing inside.
Yeah.
Like in real life, I have nightmares about my teeth coming out. Like, that's a real fear of mine. I really was like, and the moment his teeth started coming out, I knew. I was like, yo, it's from the sound waves. That shit was too much for him.
Yeah.
But listen, that, like you said, that movie like opens you up to this could really happen in real life. And like, honestly, that sparked a whole wave of people who are now like buying all these food, like these containers of food and stuff like that, like preparing for if something like that were to happen.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, with this house that we're about to get. Malcolm was like, yeah, we might go downstairs as a bunker. Like, because it's crazy how the little girl found that bunker. And all she wanted to do was watch the last episode.
No, absolutely.
Of Friends.
Absolutely.
But I felt like, as scary as the movie was, it had a lot of points that's like, it was to teach you.
Right. Well, the thing about it is, I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm just a weirdo.
Oh, stop.
But I'm just saying, maybe I'm just a weirdo, because I would have been like that little girl. Pay attention to the damn animals.
Yeah, listen.
Because the animals is going to tell you.
When they were in the woods, and them deers. First of all, deers are huge. You see the deers outside my house.
Yes, after I watched this movie, I came to your house, and I'm leaving out, and it was late.
Yeah.
It was like at least 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It was late.
Yeah.
I come outside, and like 5 deers just sitting right in front of me, and I'm just like, what the freak? And I'm like, this is not uncommon for Pennsylvania.
No,
but
it's not.
because I just watched this movie, I'm like, what is these deers doing?
Listen, I'm surprised you didn't call me and be like, Shatayla.
I was scared. Listen, at that point, I was committed, because I was halfway up the hill before I realized.
That's it. Listen,
they was right there.
Because they're quiet.
I was like, let me just slide around here and get in my car real quick. If I don't bother them, they shouldn't bother me.
Yeah. Listen, the movie. I would say, if you haven't seen it on Netflix, please go watch it.
Well, ultimately, what did you give it?
I gave it, I'm not gonna lie, like a 5.
I thumbs down that immediately. Okay, as soon as the movie got to the end, I said, yeah, click, 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 thumbs down.
So let me tell you why I gave it a 5. Do you like what's the Will Smith movie? I Am Legend.
Now, I was just talking about that with somebody. I had not seen that movie in a very, very, very long time.
Okay, so I love movies like I Am Legend. I don't know why, but I freaking do. So I felt like it was very, very similar to like that. And I was just like, I'll give it a 5 out of 10, honestly. It wasn't bad. Would I watch it again? No. But I did enjoy watching it. I thought it ended terribly, like you said. Because you were like, you're going to hate the ending.
Oh. Alright, I gave it a thumbs down strictly based off of the ending. I hated the ending. Like, the ending was cool because it was like, oh, she finally gets to see like how Friends ends. And I'm a Friends fan, so I was like, okay, like she needs to see that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, y'all just made me watch 2 hours and 35 minutes.
To end
just to end like this. We don't know if all the rest of the people made it to the bunker. We don't know if that little boy died or nothing. Like, we don't know nothing.
Listen, you're supposed to create your own story.
Pissed me off.
Yeah.
I don't want to create my own story. This is why I'm watching a movie. So you can tell me the story. That's what I want to know. Now, on top of that, I just felt like it was a lot of eerie moments. Like, I didn't like the whole... what's his name? Kevin Bacon's character. Wait, no, that wasn't Kevin Bacon. Lord, Kevin Bacon was the old head that was that they went to go visit for the antibiotics.
Yes.
No,
yes.
Ethan Hawke. I'm pretty sure that was Ethan Hawke, the main character.
Mhm.
Ethan Hawke, the dad, the white dad.
Yes.
I didn't like the fact that they made it where it was him and the black daughter hanging out, and then the wife and the black dude hanging out. I thought that shit was weird. I was just like,
I feel like they were trying to show like that we need to stick together.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, that's weird. That little girl, I don't care if she was older than them other kids. She should have either been with them kids.
Yeah.
Or she should have been with her dad.
She was trying to seduce. They had the black girl seducing.
And then you got this woman hugging this man like her husband is not right there.
Right.
That was weird to me.
Like they were like.
And then you got them dancing to I like the way you work it.
Was that?
No, it wasn't.
No,
it was
baby when we're crying. I get so excited. That's
like
what it was.
I couldn't even take it seriously.
I was dancing at that point.
I was dancing because that song is a bop.
It is.
But like I was just like,
and she was not killing it. And have you noticed? We didn't even say who it was. Like who the white woman.
Roberts,
It was Julia Roberts. That should show you how much she did not do a good job. We didn't even mention her name.
Well, the thing about it is, I don't want to say that she didn't do a good job.
She was just blah.
She was definitely blah, and I just felt like she had too much of an issue with the black girl, and I just felt like it was just stupid. But I did like the moment that they had with each other when they were all each other had. And she had to sympathize with her and say, my mom might be gone.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally all I got. And you're treating me like this.
Yeah,
So it definitely had moments. But literally, that's all it had was moments. Like, it was so much more that could have been elaborated on. When Ethan Hawke went out into the truck and when he saw the Spanish lady on the side of the road. Yeah, first of all, he left her ass quickly.
And I was a little confused by...
What it
was.
So basically, this is my take. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this was my take on it. So, like, because it was a warfare on our technology and our satellites and stuff like that. Basically, what I took from it was they were dropping these flyers down to let us know who was in charge of this. Even if they couldn't see, couldn't read the language that was on the flyers or whatever, but it was just basically to let us know who was doing what.
Right.
That was it.
But what did it have to do with the lady coming up to the car? Why was she just randomly in the field?
Well, she was just probably randomly in the field. Listen, that was another situation. You had to infer how she got there. But it's the end of the world. So she's trying to survive like everybody else.
But why was she
it just so happens that she didn't speak English, and that's why he left her there, because he couldn't understand what she was saying.
Yeah, he was just like, he drove.
He
drove off in a daze.
Girl, listen. That whole movie, like, obviously, it was enough to keep you going.
Yeah.
Because I did watch the whole thing in one setting. And I watched it late at night and finished it.
And the boy himself. That was weird too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
It was just a lot of inappropriate moments. Yeah, it was just a lot of cringy moments where I'm just like...
Why?
Like, okay, like, this is real life stuff that happens, but it was just weird to me, like, but I mean, I guess if the world ended tomorrow and he didn't have nothing to watch, I guess he would film a little girl that he saw that was attracted to him and watch it on the late night. Conspiracy or not? I don't know.
Listen, that is just...
Listen, I don't know. You know me. I'm a conspiracy theorist to the day I die. Right. I absolutely believe that something like that can absolutely happen. And like we've talked about this before, where I was just like, I asked my dad. I said, Dad, if something happens, what's my best way to get to you if something happens?
Yeah.
And we had a discussion about this.
Yeah.
And then you and I also had a discussion where I said, Tay, we meeting up.
Yeah.
And then we going together.
Yeah, we're going together.
And I was told to tell you, make sure y'all grab all y'all food.
Okay, so we can bring it all together.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen, we got to figure out a bunker situation.
We are. Somebody's going to have to build something.
Because, what was I just watching? So, what's her name? Jasmine had put me onto this movie. Totally irrelevant, y'all. Put me onto this movie on Tubi called Secret Society. And I do say watch it. They got 1 and 2 on there, and they got 3 on Prime, apparently.
Okay.
But on the second one, they were going down into this bunker that was, so it was like a trailer, like out of a trailer park.
Yeah.
You go in it, and then you go down, and there's this beautiful bunker. I'm just like, yo, rich people is really building bunkers out here, so they gotta be knowing something that we don't know. So I do want to put a little kit in my car. Cause you got one.
Yeah.
I need it. Look, one thing I know for certain, I'm always having my car is water.
Yeah, I need to start.
But that's it.
I need to start putting water in my car. I need to start like leaving snacks in their blanket. I do have a blanket and I do have a pillow, but yeah, I just need to start.
Girl, listen, I need a little bit of everything in that damn trunk.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that movie absolutely scared me. It scared me because it can happen.
Yeah, it can.
And we are living in what they say is the last days. So I mean. You never know, like COVID was a wake up call that something like this could happen soon. So, like Miss Beatty said, if you haven't watched the movie, go tune into Netflix, take a look, and leave us a comment letting us know how you feel about the movie.
Yes.
Because I told you, two thumbs down.
And I gave it.
Look, she gave it
this. So.
Well, we are about to give somebody their props. I think we might have. The last person we gave props to was Nick Jonas.
Yes.
We didn't give many props to many other people.
No.
But today I want to give props to Gervonta Davis, a.k.a. Tank Davis from Baltimore. He's a fighter. He recently, on Thursday, had a, like, I don't want to call it a ribbon cutting ceremony because I know it wasn't that. But basically, he announced that he bought back his block that he grew up on in West Baltimore, in Sandtown, Winchester. And basically, right now they have 2 homes that they're currently working on, like renovating. But they plan to get the whole block done and open it up for affordable housing for those in the community, and then eventually get some like recreational centers, because he basically, everywhere he goes, he carries Baltimore on his back, and he's, attributed it to who he is today, and he, understands how important it is to have somebody come back and reach back. So,
well, good for him.
So give him his props, y'all. Give him his props, because you can't say too many people that come from Baltimore come back to Baltimore, and this man has come back. So appreciate him, because we got too many stories where people make it out of somewhere, they come back, and then people kill them because they're jealous.
Yes.
And so let's protect this man at all costs, because he really is trying to do something for the community. So I just hope that nobody envies him and just try to take that away from him.
Yes, that's a big thing. Congratulations to him.
Yes, indeed. Well, that's all we got for him. That's all we got. And this is going to be our last episode. Actually, because this might actually air in the new year.
Will it?
Because it's not going to air. Yeah, it's going to air on New Year's Day. So happy
New Year's, y'all.
Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Staying on business in 2024. Staying on business.
Every time she says that, I'm doing that.
Listen, look, I'm gonna show you how hard I'm stepping on business when I get out.
She's listening.
Look, I'm gonna be like Martin. I'm staying all the way on business in 2024. Okay?
Yes, but happy New Year's, y'all.
Yes, happy New Year's.
Yes.
Thanks for rocking with us another season. We still ain't done with this season.
No, we're not.
We still got a couple episodes in season 3.
Yes.
But thanks for rocking with us all of 2023. We hope y'all enjoyed, spending time with us every Monday evening.
Yes.
And yes, enjoy time with your families.
Yes.
Take time to reflect.
Yes.
Take time to rest.
Yes.
And do all that good stuff.
Because we will.
Yes indeed. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great night, and I'm your host, Gold Chain Diva. This is my sis,
Miss Beatty, and y'all already know I'm tired of saying it. It's with a Z.
And we're just 2 sisters with a lot to talk about. We always got a lot to talk about. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me at goldchain__diva, and you can follow my sis,
Miss Beatty MZ_Beatty, and that's on all platforms, y'all.
All right.
All right. Happy New Year's, y'all.